In this video, I will cover how a DAT or Disaster Action Team virtual responder can start video calls with Red Cross clients. First, I will cover my methodology, and then secondly, I will cover specific steps to start a video call and then convert them into group video calls. This video assumes that the responder is using a Red Cross iPhone. This allows the responder to freely show their phone number to the client without worrying about them getting your personal phone number. There is no easy way to start a video call with a client without giving them either your cell phone number or email address or both. When someone has experienced a disaster, we want to make the process as painless as possible for them. Some of our clients will already have been using their smartphone for video calls, and then others will have never done it before. For this reason, I try to use video calling apps that I know are installed on their phones by default. On an iPhone, the app already installed by default is FaceTime. On an Android phone, the app would be Google Duo. Of course, there are alternatives such as Zoom, WhatsApp, Google Meet, Skype, and Microsoft Teams. However, all of these apps require at least one party, if not both of them, to have an account already created, or they might require a special app be installed. For this reason, if the responder is using an Android phone for their responses and does not have access to an iOS device, then he or she may want to make sure that they have a few of these other apps available to them, and then ask the client, if they have an iPhone, what apps they already have installed on their phone. I would also suggest getting set up with Google Meet. However, this would require use of your personal Google account. As a reminder, video calls do take a lot of battery power, so I would suggest using the video only for the ID and or damage of confirmation, whichever RCV requires, and not for the entire interview. Let's start with Apple FaceTime. If you and another family member or friend both have an iPhone, you may have already used this before. However, what you may not have realized is that this app does support group video calling. Let's go over how you can do it. First, you start your call. Either you can convert your current call into a video call, or you can manually type in the client's phone number into FaceTime. After you are in a video call, you can swipe up from the bottom and add another person. You could probably also have put both phone numbers in to start with, but you will want to warn the client that you are adding a second person and then introduce them to the client. So that might be a good reason not to start the call with both people in the first time. Next, we're going to cover Google Duo. The benefit of Google Duo is that it does not require that you use a Google account. I was not willing to give my Gmail address out to any Red Cross clients, so that's one thing I like about the Google Duo app. Now, they might make it look really simple. You just have to put a phone number in here and call them, right? Well, it doesn't actually work that way. Because unless you're in their contacts, they're probably not going to accept the call. But there's another way that's even easier and better for this situation. It's to create a group. Create a group. You're not going to put someone's phone number in there. and hit next. Now you have an unnamed group. You can rename it if you want DAT call. But it doesn't really matter because that name's not going to have any meaning to the Red Cross client. Maybe you just call it Red Cross. But usually I just leave it completely unnamed. Then you copy this link and you text the client with that information. And then they will get a link to join the video call. You can also send that same link to your second responder. They don't have to join immediately. They can join later on in the call. You can always click on the link to rejoin the video again. Then you just click on Start. And you'll just wait for the other person to join. And if you need the link again, it's right here at the bottom. You can copy it and text it to someone else. And that is how you do group video calls with Red Cross clients and with other DAT responders.